afternoon to you. Welcome to my channel today. Thank you for my new subscribers. Hope you like this. It's a bit difficult to get it all on screen, but it's a Christmas hanging decoration. I will show you a photograph. It will be at the beginning of the video when it goes on my channel. But I hope you can see that. You hang it up that way. And those are the decorations on it. So without further ado, let's get on. I need to be able to see it. I'm putting out of my way, but I need to be able to see it. Right. So what we need to do is start off. Now you've got choices here, and I'm doing it both ways. On this one, I have got two patterns the same, which is the bottom and the top, and a different one for the middle. On this one, I'm having all the same. Okay, I hope it's not going to fight and yo-yo like it was doing the other day with the card that I was using then. Apologies for that if you've watched that video. Right, so what we need is a piece of DSP, and you can choose anything Christmassy for this. And it's going to be 4 inches by 4 inches. We're going to put it in the trimmer at 1 inch. So make sure you've got it well lined up at 1 inch. And just let me move this so I'm better positioned for you to see better. Okay, so 1 inch and 1 inch. Hiya Valerie, lovely to see you. So line it up at 1 inch and then put your cutting blade at 1 inch. So keep your DSP straight. You're going to line your mark up at 1 inch and make sure, so we've got 1 inch on that side and 1 inch just here. You're going to go down to your 3 inches. So go down as far as 3 inches so that your blade mark will be level with 3 inches. Going to lift up your track, turn it around, put it back in at 1 inch. So it's going back in at 1 inch, and then you're going to put it back up at 1 inch. Make sure your DSP stays at the top. Get it from your 1 inch, bring it down. Now this time, don't go to your 3 if it's beyond your cut line. Look for where your cut line is and just take your blade down as far as your cut line. Again, rotate it round, put it in again at 1 inch, and again put it at 1 inch. Make sure your DSP doesn't move, and take it down to your cut line, which is approximately 3 inches. Lift up and then rotate, and this time you got it in at 1 inch again, and you're going to put it between your cut marks. So just look where your cut marks are, put your blade in and bring it from one cut mark to the other cut mark. Okay, there, that's it. Let's move the trimmer out of the way. So if it pops out, that's great. If it doesn't, just have a look where it needs snipping. So this needs snipping up. So I'm just going to take my scissors in and slip. It's funny, when I was doing it off camera for all the others, they come out without me having to snip. It's because my camera's in the way. That's coming out loose. Now, that's this last one. Okay. There we go. Okay, there we go. So you need 3 of those doing. Now save this because you can use that for cards, and I will probably make cards with that next or later, at a later date. So I'm just going to get my... So we've cut those out of the middle, and as I say, you need 3 of those. So I have got 3 of those. So I prepared the others earlier. So set them to one side. We also need 3 pieces of vellum, and your vellum measures 3 3/4 square. So 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. and I've already done 2 with my silver emboss, but I'm going to do the 3rd one with you. Right, now what you need to do is you need to take your frame and just put your well, before we do that, embossing buddy, we are going to just rub over. So I'm just rubbing over with my embossing buddy. That takes the static off your paper so that the embossing powder doesn't stick to it. Right, so I'm going to put my frame on top, but I'm going to turn it over and line it up. So I'm lining it up so that it's equal all the way round. Just gently hold it together and turn it the correct way. I've done that so that we can get the embossing done in the middle as much as we can. Now I've chose the Merry Christmas because this Merry Christmas set is a lovely one. It's got some lovely sentiments. It's called Hope and Peace. It's available in the annual catalogue. It's got God's blessing to you, wishing you the hope and peace of Christ this season. Emmanuel, God with us. The weary world rejoice. May knowing Christ bring the peace for today, hope for tomorrow, and joy in every season. This one I've used peace on earth, goodwill to all. This one I've used with love and hope. And this one I've used the Merry Christmas. And I could have fit on tidings of comfort and joy. You've got to have a sentiment that will fit in your window. So I've just versamarked my Merry Christmas. Now I'm just getting my Merry Christmas in the middle. Now this one looks as though it goes over the edges either way, but that doesn't matter because it works out perfectly well when you emboss it. So I'm going to take my frame out of my way 1 minute, and then we'll bring in our embossed powder. So just get my tray. I love my tray, it's great. So I'm just going to put that in there, and then over the top with the embossing powder with this. So just sprinkle it there, and then just get that off and give it a good tap, and then I'm going to just remove that out of the way totally, and we'll just emboss with this. Right, my tweezers. I'm going to hold it down with my tweezers. Now what I recommend when you're doing with vellum is I'm sorry this is going to be noisy, just use your heat tool, and I've got my hand in the way, don't go burning yourself. But when it starts to get hot, so you know it's going to be hot, I just kind of warm. Now I'm going to have to pull it over here a bit because I'm very short of wire space. So I'll just heat it up that little bit, and then I start to hold it down. And vellum, it goes extremely quickly. So just in the corner, that's done it. That's lovely. So it's done that E. Yeah, it has. Let me get that out of the way now. So we've finished with that noise now, and just hold it and I kind of put it back in position because it ruckles a little bit. Right, so now we've got all 3 of those. They've all been heat embossed. So let's pop those out of the way for the moment. And the next thing you need is 6, I think it is, just let me check. Yeah, it's 6, and they are 3/4 of an inch by, I think it's 3 3/4. Just let me check with that. Yeah, 3 and 3. In fact, it might be over. No, sorry, it's 3 and 7/8. Okay, so it's 3/4 by 3 and 7/8, and you want 6 of those. Okay, pop those to one side. Then I have actually done with the thick ribbon, I have done 4, and this is 7/8 wide. You could do a little bit narrower. You could do a 1/2 inch, but I think my personal preference is that the ribbon is thicker. This is no longer available, but there is a white one that's about 7/8 of an inch, I think it is, or 3/4 of an inch. So you can do that. Right, it's 2.5. Each one of these is 2.5. So I wanted 4 of those. And then this measures 8.5 inches. Now I just get, and I have this 3mm red liner tape that I tend to use, and I'm just going to put a little bit on the top and the bottom. Now be careful if your ribbon has a front and a back. It will need to be, let me just check which, so yeah, so if it's it needs to be on the front. So you whatever you're using as the front of your ribbon, you're going to put the tape on the front. So I'm going to put a little bit on either side of my ribbon. So let's just see if I can, I'll speed up as fast as I can. But it just wants to be on the end of each of the ribbon. I'm doing this because you could just use wet glue, but this just holds it in place while you wet glue fixes. There we go. I thought these would make, as I say, they're nice decorations, but also I'm actually giving these 2 away as presents. So I'm going to make a box for them to fit in. I might film the box as well, depending on time. So there's 2, and then put another 2 forward. May as well do all of my ribbon all at once, so we haven't got to keep waiting. So have you had snow where you are, Valerie? I've had some smattering of snow today. I don't know whether you've got anywhere you are. It's been very cold. It was very cold yesterday. I think they've been promising snow anyway, and of course today when we woke up we had got snow. So that didn't go to the end, but it doesn't matter. So I've got a gap, as you'll see when we come to put it together. Oh, thank you. I'm pleased you like it. I just thought I like to I don't craft for the sake of crafting. I always craft with a purpose, to be honest. So let's see. Yeah, that's right. I'm making it, as I say, for a purpose. So these I'm making as presents. The other stuff that I've made, they've been going as presents and cards. I've really got to crack on and do some birthday cards though, because I have quite a lot of birthdays in December. So I really need to crack on and get some birthday cards done, because the birthdays are creeping along now that it's December tomorrow. So I need to do those. Right, now what I like to do is rub over with my bone folder. So just on them, just give them a really good rub. So that helps the tape to adhere. Sorry about the wobble. Just do those. And that one there and that one there. Okay, so they're all done. Right, now use one of your 3/4 of an inch by your 3 7/8, And what you're going to do is decide, mine is not really, it doesn't matter which way round I put mine. So just turn it over, and in fact I think I'll go for the pattern on the back being the right way up. You're going to then put your card at one end. Obviously it's shorter, but just match it up at one end so that you've got it straight there. Make sure your DSP is level with it, and then bring another one in. So I'm going to make sure that that's same. So I'm going to again put this level, so it's going to be level with my DSP, and this card in the middle just holds it there. Okay, then I'm going to peel off my backing on my red liner tape. Put that in the bin. I'm trying to be a bit better and throw it straight in the bin. Okay, what I'm going to do now is make sure, holding it, I'm going to try and get it roughly in the middle between top and bottom, and I'm wanting to get it just, it's just under 1/8 really, but just so long as you've got it straight. I have thought about marking it, but it's handmade. And then I'm just going to put a square of glue just on the DSP, and then again go back to making sure that it's level with your card, and again level with the card. No, I took that over the top. I ought to do it to a line. I'm going to do it to a line on my board. That might make it even better. Let's try and do that. So I want a line on my board. That's going to have a line, but I need this piece in the middle. I might not. No, I'm not going to go to the line. I'm just going to go to that. Just making sure that the top and bottom, oh, don't stick down, don't want you to stick down yet. It won't matter, you won't see any of that. Okay, get off there. Just stick it to my nail. I'm going to bend it back, and again I'm going to put a square bit of glue. You see I'm covering that up straight away, so not really going to see that. So just again make sure the final thing that it's, I'm moving it with my other finger there, and then just make sure your ribbon is straight and just then put it, straighten it. Okay, and just push it down. Right, now tuck your card, bring your card to the other side so that it's straight with this end this time, and move it into position. So then it's going to be hopefully easier this side. So I'm going to take the backing off. Come on. One off. And two off. There we go. And again, just go in for that, making sure it's level. Get it about the same distance, top and bottom, and we're looking for that roughly equal side there. And then I'm going to put it back, put some glue underneath so it's sticking the ribbon, and then just go to make sure that that's going to have that equal gap there. In the grand scheme of things though, I think if you're a slight bit out, nobody's going to be able to tell because they'll be looking at the other things. So again, I'm looking to see if I can get that gap, and then commit to my ribbon, and that's there. Right, so let's move that out of the way, and do this next bit. So again, I'm looking at the pattern on the back. It's just, you might be able to see a bit of this pattern coming through the vellum, so it will just add the back's going to be nice as well. So again, I'm going to take off this top when I can get it off. Let's go for using the take your pick tool, see if I can get it off better. So sometimes if you get it in the middle, that's it, no, flick back down again, get off there, and I'll do the bottom. Come off. It's good, but these are faffy to get off. Got it. Right, okay. So again, what we're going to do is put that white piece, we'll start over this side again. So put that white piece level with the edge, bring this one up level with the edge, so you've got a nice there. Put that about in the middle and about the same distance as you've got with the other one, and you feel that you've got it about right. Commit down with your red tape, lift up, put your dollop glue there, bring it back all in line again. So it has a habit of moving, so don't trust it. So just get that white there to give you the equal distance, bring that back in, lift up and put some glue on this side. And then just make sure that your ribbon is straight and you're happy. Oops, that went a bit wonky. Sometimes you can move your ribbon a bit. There, that'll be fine. And then the next bit, move it along to the edge here. Once you've done this bit, it's going to come together very quickly, hopefully. It's just this that will slow you down, that just getting this bit right. It's just you need to take your time to get. Oh, that's come off again. Just give it a bit more pressure with the bone folder. That's it, that's done it. There we go. And again, just make sure those are right. Give it that equal distance-ish. And then put some glue on there. And then make sure that that's about right. Put some glue on the bottom bit. And make sure it's in line, and then there. Okay, and then the next bit's easier, so let's remove that a minute, and we are then going to put the top bit on. So this hopefully will be easier. Well, that come off easier anyway, so let's see. There we go. There we go, and I bring that around this way. I'm just gonna roughly position those oh, you can do one at a time, that will be better. There, and then put yourself a nice dollop of glue there to secure it. And oh, that's gone. Oh, phew. Let's put a double glue on first, and then can I position that there. Okay, so next, just double check, yeah, next we get our vellum. So what I tend to do, I'll start at the bottom one, and I'm going to put glue all the way, not absolutely close, all the way around my frame. And then, which way did I do it? Yeah, Merry Christmas I put at the bottom. And then I just go on my vellum, I just go right at the edge of my vellum and just do some swirly moves all around my vellum. And then put your vellum down, so your vellum's down, and then bring in your frame and just centralize your Merry Christmas. When you're happy that it's centralized, commit. And I just kind of held it down for a second or two. Okay, there we go. And you do the same with the next one. So again, the frame, we're going round the edge, not too close. And then the next one is with love. So of course you're putting it on the front, so your glue is going on the front where you have heat embossed. Swirling movements around, and again put it down, bring in your frame over it till you feel that you have got it central. When you're happy, oops, what's that? Take that off. Okay, just hold it down a second or two. Okay, lift up, make sure I've not got that. And then the final one. So again, do it around the frame. And you'll have to tell me, because I will show you both at the end, which one you prefer, the DSP being all the same, or I've not done it on the vellum. Are you screaming at me? You've forgot to put it on the vellum. So okay, put it down, hover over the top. When you're happy that you think you've got it central, as long as no vellum is poking over either side, just commit and just flatten it down. Okay, right, I'm just going to put a piece of paper underneath now, and what we're going to do with those pieces of paper, those pieces of card, we're going to secure it all now. So I'm going to put glue on each of these and then just give it an equal distance from the top and the sides. So you only want a narrow bit, and again come over a little bit, push that, so that goes at the top. So this kind of secures your ribbon in place. So okay, so we've got 6 of these to put on. Move it up a little bit, and again I'm looking to have equal distance at either side and the bottom, so I'm looking at those gaps there and the side gaps. Okay, so you can see the pattern coming through there, so that's looking pretty. Let's move that up to do the next one. And put your glue on the back. Again, equal distance at the top and the sides. It just neatens it and finishes it off doing this. And of course it's adding strength to it as well. So I'm doing that. Okay, so this goes on bottom. Equal distance again. The bottom. Okay, and then the last two to be stuck in place now. And then we get on to the fun part of decorating it up. Okay, again, equal distances. There we go. So it doesn't have to just be for Christmas. You can make this for any time, really. I made a birds in branches one some time back. So you can do it with anything. I'll just show you that one. So I did this one. This one has just got cherish happy moments. So it's got your bird and branches showing off those. So that looks rather nice. So you can make it for any season, but I just thought it'd be great for Christmas. So there we go. Put it round to face me now. So we're going to start at the bottom. And I have got poinsettia petals. So this is the smallest die in, and it is called poinsettia petals. There's lots of poinsettias out there. I tend to round them and then push up my petals. So I'm going to do that on both. I'm just rounding them just so that it gives them that more of a 3D rather than being flat. Now I am actually going to glue, so I'm going to glue a nice big dollop of glue in there and then offset them so that they go like that, just pushing down in the middle. And then I've put a white gem in there. So what have I done with those? Put them up here somewhere. I've put them somewhere. What have I done with them? Oh, they're in the corner. I've got everything ready, haven't I? Of course. Okay, so I just got, it's rather a big kind of gem. That's it. And that's just going to sit right in the middle to give it that bling and sparkle. Okay, so I'm pushing down on that in the middle. But then I'm going to get a dimensional and I'm going to put it up. So just one dimensional I'm using right in the middle. And then this is going to sit in the corner. So I'm going to sit that in the corner. Don't want to, oops, it was not set quite yet. Don't want to cover my Christmas up. Oh dear, it looks as though I didn't get my Christmas right there. Let's see if I can do something about this. Now I have actually got, very fortunate for me, a versamark pen, and I can actually see where the Merry Christmas is. Oh, that's not done it right. Oh dear, that's got too much on there. When I did my Merry Christmas, I couldn't have got that Merry Christmas right, could I? So I'm going to have to let that. I will actually correct that, but we'll carry on. Right. So I have got, what did I do? Yeah, two and two down. Right, the poinsettia petal has these, and I'm just going to cut off the bottom. So I've got this coming up, and I'm just going to glue down here. I'm very disappointed now, it's ruining my thing. So I'm going to stick that right underneath here. I'll do it. Okay, that will stick down there. I'm going to bring this one to go. Put some glue on there. I'm going to stick this. I had more of a corner here, didn't I? I pulled this a bit further in, but never mind. This can come just peeking out. Let's see if I can just, there. And then this one, I'm not going to cut any off. I'm going to just stick this on, just putting it glue on those bits, and tuck this under here a bit. I can see it all fit. Then that'll do fine. And then I've got these without quite curvy. Any sort of foliage you've got, this was the real red that we had last year. There's a smaller one and a bigger one, and I put the bigger one on the bottom here. So I'm just going to poke that coming out there, and poke this one coming out the top. Okay, so that'll be there, just giving that nice bit of greenery. And then so as I say, they were out of poinsettia. These two were actually out of quite curvy treat box. You got those things, you could make reindeer's hats with them. Now these are from and I've got a few of those, so I'm just gonna glue a few while I'm waiting for that one to dry a minute. These are from Sweet Times, but there's loads of candy canes, so there's lots of sets that have candy canes in. You could stamp them and print them. You could colour them in. I just wanted to use red foil, so I've got red foil. So I've cut one of the ones that's not got any holes in to be a backing to give my red and white stripes going off. Okay, and gonna do one more. And so do a bit of gluing while you're waiting for the first one to dry. It's gutted me that Merry Christmas has gone like that. I'm bothered now because I can't put any of the embossed powder on because I've made that sticky now, and it's gone on thick rather than it being a thin line. It's gone on thick, so that is no good to me currently. Right, now I've got this bow. There's lots of bows. I've got this one. You get some of the glue off my hands, so I'm gonna make a mess. Right, so I've got the candy cane, and I thought I'll put a candy cane in the top. So we'll glue this on. I'm just gonna offset it about there, and then I'm going to glue the bow. Now this, because lots of these pieces will actually come out if you run it through your die cut, the dye is getting older now, so you have to run it through a couple of times, but I didn't want the bits coming out. I wanted them to stay, so I'm going to put that down there. And then I've got some green gems. Now I'm trying to stay quite close to the green that I'm using, so I've actually coloured some with Granny Apple Green. So these are Granny Apple Green. They were a green to start with, but I've put Granny Apple Green on the top. Okay, so that is that how did, yeah, so that's one. Right, so that's number one done. We'll move down to the With Love, and for this I thought we'll do it in the opposite way. So I got a candle. Now Sweetest Times I think it's called. There is a candle in that, and I'm just going to put 3 dimensionals down the middle, and there we go, and then sit that so that it's quite a way up, about there I think. So I've got a little bit at the top, and that's just enough room for my flame. Now there isn't a flame die, but what I use is we got a hippiest hippos, and there was some dies to go with it, and this is part of the splash, but I thought that's perfect for a candle top, that is, so I love that. Right, now Sweetest Times also have these lovely detailed holly leaves, so I tend to just curve it a bit and stick a bit of holly, and I'm just going to come out, I think about there, and then I've got 2 of the larger ones and 3 of the smaller ones, so just a bit of warming it up to round it slightly, and I'm going to put those coming out the side, and then 1, 2, 3 of the smaller ones, and that really wants a smaller dimensional, so can't be bothered to get out my minis, so I'm just going to chop, oh there's some there, I'll chop a bit there, I'll use those. I'll just put that in the middle of the holly leaf, took that out to one side, around this, and took that down a bit, and then the last one, there we go, there we go, there, and this goes there on top there, so that's plenty of shape in there. And then these are from the Sweetest Time as well. Did I do 3? Yeah, I did 3 of these. These are like little sprigs, and I thought I'll just poke these in places. So I've got one kind of coming off, I think I'll have that one coming there. Just place them where you like, no wrong and right. I'm going to place one there, and then we'll have one coming out the other side. I'm just putting a bit down the middle, and I'm just going to lift that in to tuck that underneath there. There we go. And then I had some red. Now Oh, looks as though I thought I'd seen another one somewhere. I'm looking for, I'm sure I did have one and I've put it somewhere. I don't know what I've done with it, do I now? Right, do I risk it and put the two bigger ones on, because I don't think, let's see if that'll colour any deeper. I did have colour them from white, so I'm going to see whether I can get away with the blue one. Will it come red enough, or is it just going purple? Not too bad. Okay, I think I might get away with that. Okay, we'll leave that for the last. So I'm going to put what going on there. I'm going there and that on the middle. Oops, get off. It's plain. There we go. And then again, we're going to have another candy cane coming off here. Doing that, so that one goes that way, and then we'll have another bow. And again, I'm going to glue on all parts. This will just help seal. This is my thoughts behind it. If any bits come astray, they'll be all right because it will still be glued in. So again, put my bow going off, and then a green gem in the middle. So where have those gone now? If I done with them. There we go. It's these in this corner here. So put that on there. Okay, and then move that down for our next bit. Whoops, that's it, that's gone off. So I wanted these curvy bits. Now these are from the frame florets. This is the whole reason I bought this set, because I just love sprigs. Gonna pull this one. I think it's about there. There we go, that's going to go about there, and I did two of those. I picked it up, that's it, and I'm just going to cross these will be crossed, just get that off. So I'm just putting some glue there, so this will go up. Yeah, that went about there. Okay, I'm just crossing them there. And then the Sweetest Times, there is the smallest boot, sweet little treat, sweet something like that, where it had boots. But there's again loads of projects that have boots in. So smallest boot, just cut out with some DSP, and you've got these lovely white bits to fit on the top to just add that little bit more to your stockings. Oh, I like this. I must say I've had my money's worth out of everything that I've bought, because I use them again and again and again. Every Christmas they're coming out, because I just think, well, I've got a couple of sets now with these stockings on, and I just use different sizes. Right, I'm going to get this one up, but before I do that, I think I'll just put that on there a minute, and then I'll just bring in there's a little tiny holly leaf that's in that set as well that I've cut out, so just stick that on there and then top that with some little sweet red berries. Make it blingy and sparkly. There we go. And once we have got this off and put this in place, so how did I do it? It's coming off there. Yeah, I went to about there. So then now I can see where I've got these exposed, but before I do that, I've got the present. So again, it's the same set that I've got. I've cut the present out just in DSP, but we've got this lovely golden silver trim that's online, and I just want to put a piece from the top going down to the bottom, so I'm just roughly going to cut it for my present. It's a gorgeous ribbon. There's the gold shining side. I like to just use the gold, so I'm just going to roughly cut it. And then I like to save, you'll have heard me say it before, the dots out of kits, because they just are that little bit smaller. And I'm just going to put a couple of the glue dots on the back of my ribbon. Just don't matter where, it will hold it. There we go. I'm going to take tops off these. That's it. And I'm just going to put it from the top in the middle going down there. Now I can see where that is to cut it level with the bottom. And then this is the bow out of the little tree. Again, I've left the bits in, so I'm going to seal those in a bit. Put that on top. There those are, and there's my little beautiful present. And again, I'm going to stick a Stampin' Dimensional on the back, and then just tuck my present coming out. I have to twist that a bit, sticking it there. I don't want to cover that up really. I must have put that in the wrong place. Let me see if I can pick it up. I'll put added glue on my dimensional now, because oops, there, that'll do nicely now. That's better in that position. Right, now what I did was, now I can see where all the berries are coming out. I just go over and put a berry on all the little berries on here. Anywhere where the berries should be, just going to put a red little gem on them. See one poking out just under there. Oops, oh, it's there. Thought that had flirted off totally, but it didn't. there. Over the top, another one, just so I'm letting the die guide me to where I'm sticking them. There we go. Let's make sure, pressing them down to make sure they're adhered. And pull that back down, and we have got our other candy cane. What have I done with it? It was about here somewhere, hidden under the bone folder. Right, so again, that's going to go on this corner, going up this way, and then my gold bow. Again, I'm sealing in those up there, and then we want our gem to go on the top. What have I done with my gems to put on the top there, to the right of me? Look for my coloured ones. I'm going to put that away in there and put that over there. So let's just make sure, yeah, that's how I did it. So just show you close look. So that's one, that's two, and that's three. So I've got to sort my Merry Christmas out, but I can't do anything until I get that. I might see if I can actually print the Merry Christmas. Again, have I just taken that off? Has that fell off anything? Was it I've just managed to pick it up, or it's one that's flirted? I think it's one that's flirted. There, it's back on. Oh, no, it's not. Come on, off you come. So, Merry Christmas. So I just really want that, just that little bit. Whether it's going to work or not, I don't know. And whether I can get it in the exact same place. If it were photopolymer, I would choose to do one that's not photopolymer, wouldn't I? Let's see. No, that's doubled it, so I'm not going to even go there with that. Now, I think this will have to be done again, that square in the middle there, which is a shame. It's none of that took, so that's, I must have not got it. This is why I don't tend to do this on camera. I tend to do it before, but that's not going to work, so I'm going to have to, I don't know if I keep rubbing it, whether it'll fetch it all off, and then I could redo it. But anyway, I will sort that off camera, and then I will take a picture and you'll be able to see it on the front of the video. So I hope you liked that. So it's difficult to show you side by side the two, so it will be better if I can hang them up so that you can see and make your decision. Did you like it better with the total same DSP, or did you like the coordinating? Or you could do it one different one depending on what you've got. It doesn't have to be in the silver and white, it could be gold and white, it could be anything. It's just the principle of it, and you don't have to do the same layouts that I've got. You could choose different ones. Well, I hope you like that. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked that. Take care, stay safe, stay well. Bye for now.